I'm wanting to do an Aetheris Paladin.
There you go.
Seraph, because who doesn't like the cognate to an Aasimar Paladin? So right now I'm working through to the community, and I need to come up with the Orderborn dedications. Record 3 sayings or values your upbringing instilled in you, and I need to figure those out.
All right.
Also, since this is a divine-based character, need to know something about the deities involved.
Sure. Well, this is the power of the games like this, and you're gonna be the one creating that as you go. So,
Okay.
yeah, like, and I'll ask you questions based on your character class, your ancestry, your order, however you have it, and so some of the stuff you may be able to do on the fly as we go along with this.
Okay, so this is
I don't know if that helps, but hopefully it does.
well, to some extent, it tells me that I'm in charge of creating the thing, not
Yeah,
there's something already here to fit in.
yeah, yeah,
So I was asking if there's something to fit in,
yeah,
what to choose from, and the answer is, hey, you get to make it up.
yeah. Congrats. And what are you looking at playing, Rye?
I was thinking of something like an assassin, maybe.
Okay.
Still thinking I might want to use some magic, but I'm kind of set on assassin.
Okay. Start making notes, actually. That way I can start getting my nosy body questions in there.
There is multi-classing later on if you don't want to instead upgrade your first class. I did notice that.
Yeah, fifth, I think it is.
You have 2 options, both when you get to tier 3 and then to tier 4.
That's also really cool that it has like those. You can multi-class, but you do not get like the whole package with it. Because
Yeah.
I absolutely loved seeing like Paladin 8, Fighter 3, Druid 2, Cleric 1 builds. That was the magic of 5e.
Yeah. Just can't stop myself. What what the Seraph, which subclass of Seraph are you looking at?
Divine Wielder, because hey, the Aetheris already has wings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, okay.
Fair.
What and Rye, what ancestry were you looking at?
Dracona, probably.
Okay, that's cool.
I thought up the name Crash, and it kind of sounds like a Dracona thing. So
Nice. And then what about your subclass for the assassin?
Let's go with Poisoner's Guild.
This is gonna make you guys' connection questions amazing.
I'll have to come back to dedications in a moment.
Is it fine if I choose mixed ancestry?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
cool.
fully in the rules. That's actually pretty interesting how they do that too.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Like you get the top one and the bottom one from something else.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could make those cool decisions on like looks and all that jazz. Yeah, I thought that was pretty well done, to be honest. What combination are you looking at? Do you know?
I wanted to go like mostly Dracona, and
Okay.
I think I will take Orc for the tasks. Okay, I can kind of flavor it as like sharp scales or something.
Yeah, sure. No, I mean, yeah, you get those cool pictures of like the black dragons and whatnot traditionally in their horns. They have horns, but some of that stuff comes down. The blue dragon is, I think, there's another species of dragon. We're off to a good start. Nobody chose to play a frog person or. I don't 100% mind. It's just getting a different mindset when you're like, okay, all right, we're playing turtle people. Okay.
Damn, Poisoner's Guild uses presence as a spellcast trait.
Oh.
Shit.
Uh-oh. You're gonna rearrange your.
Yeah, I might go back to executioners then. Because I just did everything like finesse based.
Oh man.
I don't wanna change everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go executioners.
What can you tell us about what is happening?
All right. So there is a plague that has befallen your village, and your characters are going to be the ones who are sent to go and find the source of it and put a stop to it.
But I am set up aside from connections.
Okay, nice. And you guys can,
Cool.
yeah, you guys will be able to interrogate one another.
Now, should this just be the two of us, or should we just have one connection each and allow the others to branch out for other players later on?
Um, yeah, you know what? Just in case, maybe pick one of the ones that you think will be the most interesting for each other, based on, you kind of understand what each other's playing.
You want to start? You got something?
Well, I have two different questions, and go ahead and pick the one you want to answer.
Okay.
The questions I have are: what promise did you make me agree to should you die on the battlefield? And why do you ask me so many questions about my god?
Ooh. Okay.
Also, what character
Okay.
name do you have?
It's Crash.
Kresh. Okay.
Crash, yeah. Sorry, Kresh.
All right. So,
Okay,
which question would you like to answer?
yeah. So I have like a last will question, or I can be an annoying little prick that doubts your god exists and just keep asking, what does your god think about that? That's a tough one. Can you tell me something about your god?
Okay, so that's the one you want to.
No, I'm just wondering what kind of god it is.
I'm going very much law and good. So, wait, what did I put down? Oh, where is it? Teremto the Maker, who orders the heavens. So, the person who sets the planets in their orbits, the stars in the sky, things of that nature, and then that flows from that. I have currently 2 out of 3 tenets from Orderborn. The Orderborn dedications I have so far are: law is good, but good is the highest law, and the heavens are absolute, the world is not. I still have one more, but I can't come up with another one at the moment. So, hey, that'll be later.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and my character is gonna be a prick to yours, and because he's an underborn Dracona orc, that he's an assassin in a executioner's guild. So
Mhm.
it's like completely the other end of the spectrum.
Mhm.
So my character will be asking those questions because he will like see it as ignorant to like give your attention to this divine power that made things like not so equal, or you catch my drift, right? Like, it's not fair. If that's what he does, then why didn't he make it all good or something like that?
Aha! You are asking about Theodicy, and that has been going on for thousands of years. But yes, Theodicy is the study of evil and why
Yeah.
bad things are. So yes, it actually has a name.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be that middle school atheist prick. Well, if God is good, then why XYZ? That's gonna be me.
Yeah. And you get to witness divine miracles at the hands of a seraph and still be like, I still got to be a different reason.
Yeah, he's a sorcerer for sure. He's just making this
Also,
stuff
he
up.
is celestial born.
That's right.
He bought the wings on Timu. Okay. I think this would be a nice one since you're like this lawful good paladin kind of type.
Exactly.
What about me frightens you?
Yeah.
And it's a half dracona, half orc that is an assassin. Just a reminder.
what about you frightens me is more it's the assassination. It's the killing for no good reason. Whether it's just because you want to, whether it's because you're being paid to, uh, ordered to by your superiors. That one actually gets a pass. If you there are tales of sacred assassins. Okay,
True. It's true.
I mean, if you want to go ahead and look at the Book of Judges, look at Ehud, and he goes ahead and smuggles a sword past palace security and assassinates King Eglon of Moab before booking it out of there. And he's one
You
of
know
the
your
judges.
stuff.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the meaningless killing. It's the killing without reason
So
that frightens.
there you go. And that
Cool.
for just for edification, and you don't have to answer this maybe yet, but it would be helpful. Is that your Seraph's assumption about the Executioners Guild? That the members, while they are paid to do their work, that it is likely that many of them would do heinous acts regardless.
I think that you're not going to be in the Assassin's Guild unless you like to kill. You might kill with the precision of a craftsman. You might, but there's nothing wrong with enjoying your work. There's nothing wrong with getting paid for doing something you like. So the problem is enjoying that and going and indulging it for reasons he does not understand or possibly agree with.
Okay, nice.
Does that
And
make
then,
sense?
Cool.
yeah, it does to me. However you guys
What?
interpret this. Yeah.
Okay.
And then for Kresh, you live in. Does your doubt? Does it really come from a disbelief in the possibility of the divine and miracles, or does it stem from the feeling that you and your people were abandoned by the gods?
Probably the second one.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Like he got into this Executioners Guild because he's aware there are people that, quote unquote, should be gone. So if he has to, take down a few of the minor like problems to those higher ups, and if that gets him like far enough that he can like actually, clean up the place, let's say, then like what is it called? Like the end justifies the means or something like that.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
Well, I mean, if the end is someone's death, then
Yeah.
Yep, then that's it.
And it might also be you're just the tool, you're the sword, you're the weapon. Does the weapon bear any guilt, or the person who wields it?
See, there's a good Seraph, always looking for the brighter side of we can turn your blade to good.
Or offering an alternate way of thinking.
All right. I think is that it for you guys? Character's good to go. You got your connections, you got your background questions answered as best what we can. Are you guys good to go on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody need
if I can have like 1 minute to
sure.
like check this stuff.
Yeah.
Also got a question about experiences.
Yeah.
So my experiences are large pointy scales.
Okay.
And so that's gonna be like his ability to use them to his advantage. So I'm gonna flavor, the going with the tasks to just using those pointy scales.
Okay.
Maybe if he's like falling somewhere, he will, get a better grip on the rock or something.
Okay.
And the other one would be Apex Predator.
All right, here we go. So we're going to start right in the midst of things. The burning of your lungs is punctuated not by the mile that you have gone full speed through the woods, but it's also the fact that the air around you is freezing, freezing enough to bring a fresh snowfall that is rapidly turning into blizzard-like conditions as you move ever forward and further northward, seeking the altar of the voice in the stone, hidden in the black maw. And you should be able to see that, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Behind you, you can hear the yelps and the screams and the cries of the feral creatures that are known as talons. They are bestial creatures, humanoid in nature, but very prone to do horrific things to the rest of civilized worlds. They are in horde mode at this point, and they have been chasing you for the greater part of half of a day. You need to clear these woods and find refuge of some kind. There are rumors, Abdiel, let me know if I'm pronouncing that to your satisfaction, of an ancient fortress that lies just beyond these woodlands. All you need to do is break the tree line and get to the clearing, and you should be able to see which direction you need to go from there.
Okay. The other thing is, I have wings. I can summon wings.
Yeah.
Is the trees light enough that I can actually fly up through them?
You can maneuver up through them, but seeing back down into them and beyond. But if you want to look out over, yeah, that's absolutely something you can do. I have put a chase countdown in the chat, so we would start where essentially it would be 2 8-siders. The Talons are at an 8, and you guys are at a 6 because you do have a little bit of a head start on them. You've managed to continue moving. Both of you.
The other thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
The other thing is, I can carry someone my size or smaller.
Oh, nice.
If he's willing. So, I mean, the obvious thing to do is, Kresh, do you want me to fly you out of here and we can get to the fortress?
Yes, please.
Are you manifesting your divine wings?
I would be manifesting the Aether's wings, yes.
Yeah, outstanding. Kresh, what is your immediate reaction to this, seeing his wings manifest? Have you seen this before?
That's a good question. We do have some background between us, so I guess yeah, but I think Kresh would just roll his eyes and there he goes again. He can show off.
Nice. Okay.
So we're wings.
Go ahead.
While wings are revealed, you gain advantage on rolls to command or intimidate.
Yeah, nice. Perfect. So your wings unfurl, and your intent is to grab Kresh and head up and out, correct?
Correct. Up, out, and if we can see the fortress, hey, we're going to fly there.
Okay, outstanding. Let's get a good solid starting game roll in to see the rules in action. Do a grab. Use finesse for this, to the motion of wings out, grabbing Kresh, and doing that bounding into the air.
Okay. So that's +0.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to do a duality roll.
Mm-hmm.
And how do I do that?
You're on your character sheet, correct?
I have my character sheet up. There it is.
I think you could just click on
Yep. Click on those dice.
Nice.
And so that is a roll with fear, but I
Okay.
get a 15.
You do get a 15, and I do not have a way of taking fear tokens, but be sure I will not cheat. I have 1 fear. Okay.
I think you start with the amount of fear equal to the number of players.
Oh,
Yes, you do.
Oh, you know what? You are correct. So that's 3. Awesome. Now, tell me.
Stupid of me to say that.
No, you're good. You're good. I appreciate it. I totally forgot about that. All right, awesome. So, DJ, what is this? What does this look like? When with the narration of you're going to succeed in this, but there's going to be there's a small problem.
Okay. So wings unfurl. They're ivory. They're pearlescent. They're glowing. They look like the soft moonlight on clouds. They could look like streaming sunbeams and probably change from time to time. And so it's like, they're catching up, Kresh. Come, I'll get you up out of this. We'll get to the fortress. And then wing up through the trees. And I don't know. I don't know what sort of complication there could be. Maybe wings clip through something, get damaged. Maybe something is dropped. Maybe there's something else up in the sky watching and sees where we're going. Do any of those sound good or interesting?
Yeah, I will play off of that. And before Kresh takes the spotlight, I'm going to burn fear. As you take off and light off, your wings do begin to clip and bounce between some of these thick growing conifer trees. And that is going to allow part of the horde to unleash a volley of short spears on you. Mechanically, just so you guys are tracking, since we're doing this kind of together. Mechanically, this is an environmental. This is an environmental, like a traversal. Difficulty, I believe 13 for everything that you guys do. So 13 or better will succeed. And these guys are, like I said, they're in horde mode, and so that has its own interesting little rules, almost like minions from 4th edition. But I'm going to roll my. And I'm looking at what is your evasion?
My evasion is 8.
8. Okay. Here comes the roll. Oh my god. All right. Of those volley of spears, there is impending danger for you. No, not that. That's fine. I forgot to disable the stupid dice. All right. 6. Does that meet or exceed your first threshold?
Well, first, what does armor have to do with things?
So armor, if you mark armor, you can reduce it from severe to moderate. Is it moderate? And then moderate on down to nothing. But you burn an armor slot, and when you burn all of your armor slots, you have to have it repaired.
Okay.
Is that basically correct, Rye?
Yep, that's pretty much it. It goes severe, that's 3 HP, major, that's 2 HP, minor, then that's 1 HP.
Okay.
Yes.
So
right now, the spear is going to find a firm spot in you.
So, it does not meet the threshold for major damage.
Okay. So it'll do 1 point of damage to you because it exceeded your
Does 1 HP because it
your
hits,
evasion. Yeah.
But it does not do major damage.
No.
Because of it doesn't meet the threshold. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you can use the armor slot if you wanna take it down 1 notch. So if it was minor, you can use up an armor slot to get to mark no hit points.
Yep, exactly.
I'm going to let that be something for later.
Oh, you're gonna take it?
I'm gonna take a hit point.
All right. Nice. Yeah, there is a spear that it comes by, and it's not so much that it makes the physical contact with you. It's the fact that it flies inches from Kresh's face, and that causes some undue concern in you. But you manage to do a quick shift, hence the armor burn, and pull
Oh,
Kresh and yourself out of that flight path of that
no,
spear.
there's no armor burn. It actually
Oh, you took
hits.
it. I'm sorry, you took
I
it.
took it.
That's right, you took it. So yes, it flies by Crush's face, and again, hit points in this game also function as not just physical wounds, but how much more of this madness can you take before you start, breaking down to making death decisions.
Yep.
But yes, that could have been much worse. Yeah, and you understand that was a very risky maneuver, leaping off the ground like that. Kresh. You are now mid-flight and spiraling out of the trees. Well, I guess not spiraling. You are on the zoom up out of the trees.
Okay. So going through all those trees, I can like see this image of Chris just every single branch on the way up there just hits him in the head, in his face, and he says, "Ow, ow, ow, ow." And when we go like above the trees, Chris would look up and want to say something about that, but then he would see like one of these spears, like hitting. What was the name? Sorry.
Abdiel.
Abdiel. Okay, Abdiel. And he's just gonna keep his mouth shut, and he will try to look down and see if they're like gaining up on them, or are they gaining, distance.
Sure.
How's the situation looking?
Sir, they are still that horde line is still moving forward. There are horn calls going off. You can see some of the most of the talons are these small, more feral creatures. They're the tiny ones. They're the ones that will overwhelm someone and gnaw them to death, essentially. But there are some indications in the woods that there are the larger talons, much larger, in fact, that are still crushing their way through the woods. And you can hear the war drums beating as they move ever northward, probably mirroring your flight path, but you'll have at least that on them.
Mm-hmm.
And you got a success. And that means we're going to move that down. Shit. That's my bad. Oops. Sorry, there's this. Getting used to their little chart. You succeeded with fear, which is still a success, which I think is you move down one. I'm trying to make 100% sure on this. The worst part about getting used to a new system. So your progress is success with fear, so you tick down one, and they tick down one. So you're at 5, and they're now at 7. All right, outstanding. Abdiel, what are you doing?
Gotta look for the fortress, and once we see it, head towards it.
Outstanding.
Or maybe fly towards where the clearing was, where we could see things.
Sure.
But I mean, looking down from above, should be able to see a fortress.
Yeah, it should be super easy. There is snowfall, so there's going to be a little bit of obscuring of how far out you're going to see. But you do, you guys aren't crazy. You know what you're doing. If you head north and continue that direction, you roughly know where this place is going to be. It can't be that impossible to see a set of, old ruins, stuck out in the middle of nowhere. And Kresh, anything you want to add to this? Trying to shift the spotlight a little bit.
I just realized I have nothing that's like ranged or anything like that. So I'm just flying there with like the glaive,
but you can look out and you might have a better perception than I do. You might see it where I don't.
Okay. Okay, that's true. So I would probably also look out for the fortress.
All right. Awesome. Let's do this. So you guys can both. If Abdiel, if you can give me a it's I'm going to ask you for either an agility roll to try to maintain some kind of flight path that's going to keep you out of, it's not just spears they also
Mhm.
have bows. So if you wanted to try to do that, or if you want to use, another attribute, something like instinct or knowledge. And then
If
go ahead.
if I could use strength, I'd use that. Otherwise,
Oh,
instinct is what I will do.
strength. How would you use strength in this situation?
Well, I mean, keeping a good hold on Crash to just power through, get out of there.
All right, awesome. That will work. Go ahead and roll the strength. Kresh, you're looking out. So are you trying to use instinct or knowledge or presence of mind?
Probably instinct.
Instinct. Okay.
I thought how I could use finesse because it's like kind of this hiding stat, but it's not really hiding. I'm just looking out, so I guess instinct would be okay.
So you could. I'm trying to think of how finesse. You could use it to clamber from the grip of Abdiel to on the back of Abdiel. As silly as it sounds, but would give you a firmer perch and maybe make the next roll a little bit easier.
That does not sound safe though. I'm just gonna look out because when I fall, oh man.
All right.
So just an instinct roll?
Yeah, just an instinct roll. Yeah.
And that's the standard duality with
your strength. Yeah. Okay. All right. So, oh man. All right. So we'll go with Kresh first. Kresh, what happens? That is not good. That is not good in the worst way.
Okay, so I started looking out for the fortress, trying to be of any use. Previously, just waving my glaive around and running, and so I start looking out for the fortress. And the moment I open up my eyelids more, the blizzard just hits me right in the eyes. So I get like this hail,
just
right
pelting
in the eye.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. I'm gonna pull fear for that, and then Abdiel. Same thing for you, but you failed with hope.
I failed with hope.
You fail with hope. You do make sure I understand this. And sometimes the rules slip me. He gains the hope for that, right? Anyway.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You gain the hope, and then, but what happened?
Well, I think we're going down in the trees, but it's going to be in the clearing so that it's going to be a safe landing. But it's the place we were trying to get to see the fortress. So we don't see it from up above, and apparently my wings are not feeling good.
Okay.
So gotta land, but it should be at a place, but maybe at a place where we can see things.
Okay, fair enough. And as you two are having your complications, as you will, the horns have proceeded to not just grow louder from the rear of your trail. It's that last moment, Abdiel, when you realize that there may be a larger problem looming in these woodlands. You were warned about this. However, you do not think the warnings were quite sufficient as to the actual picture of how foul this place is. And the countdown, because of those two things, We're going to go down. It actually drops it significantly. And at that last minute of coming up and out, you said you were going down through the trees. You're doing that weave. You're kind of doing the up. As you're coming up, again, you're catching some of these branches. And as you break from that tree line, there's a last thicker branch that catches you on your left side. And that puts you into a spiral down onto the ground. And at that point, Abdiel, you can safely make it to the ground. It's not that hard of a maneuver for you. You're a natural born flyer. That's not the biggest concerns right now. The largest concern is one, you do in fact see the shadow of the fortress. It is not quite that close, but you can see it through the storm. And Kresh, the worst instinct for you now is as you look back, is you see the hordlings break the tree line and they are going to be on you within seconds. But now we're going to do a little flashback and we're going to come back to where all of this first started for the two of you. It is a winter celebration in your village. We'll just use Hush because it's an easier one. It's in the default. There is a small celebration going on, but this winter celebration is sort of subdued just because of some of the events that have been happening. There's been some troubles that have plagued your village. One, there is a slight pox that has been going around. It has been affecting folks at random, but your elders seem to have been most stricken by it. And it's not just like a physical disease. It is a pox that seems to bring out the worst traits of someone. And it first started about a week ago when the skies turned indigo and the storms started and winter became heavier. So Abdiel, why do you think this winter is harsher than it should have been?
Huh. Well, there are, of course, good deities. There are evil ones. This could be this could be something brought by one of them. I don't know, but that's the thing I would worry most about.
Okay, fair enough. Kresh, when the elders began going mad, which of the elders' night terrors had you most concerned?
Night terrors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe like this vision of the sky getting darker and darker and darker and darker, and the storms being more happening more often, and packing more punch, and like the whole world and surrounding weather, whatever, everything just goes south like non-stop. That this this thing that's happening does not stop. It just goes into worse and worse.
Outstanding. Abdiel,
Yes,
are you afraid of the Talons?
I'm not afraid of the Talons. I'm afraid of failure. Failing to find a solution to this plague.
And Kresh, when did you first admit to yourself that there was something mystical about this foulness that's beset your village?
Mhm. When the people that previously uh, accepted me and mm, kept my story on the low about killing people for money and other stuff, started like hating and completely despising me for it.
Oh, okay. Damn. All right. I didn't want to cough in you guys' ears. All right. Interesting. Thank you. So it is the evening of the winter celebration. What would you two be doing? Either together, individually, however you would. How do you celebrate the essentially the winter solstice in a town that is beset by terror and an unknown foulness?
Drinking beer, trying to have a good time, but not really having the best time. Like trying to relax, but being aware of everything that's going on. It's tough.
I have to go with caroling.
Oh, okay. Nice. I like it.
Nice.
It's like two opposite ends of the spectrum.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
nothing that says you can't have beer while caroling or sing while you're drinking your beer, but he's actually trying to have a good time and
No.
trying to get others to have a good time as well, especially because he is affable as one
Yes.
of his experiences.
Yes. That is outstanding. Okay. When you were out caroling, are you caroling by yourself or, which can be done, or have you joined in with a small handful of folks?
The more the merrier.
Outstanding. Let's do this. There is a crowd. You know that the mood is going to be somber, and most of the people will either be in their homes, which, is understandable. However, there will also be a likely gathering at the local tavern. And there are people outside the tavern. It's sort of that central meeting spot. It's where you can go to drink away ill-advisedly, more than likely, your sorrows, um, and when you're in your first steps in trying to begin this caroling, you do see a handful of folks. So you kind of have this central view of kind of where you step out, and the town's that village square is
Mhm.
there, and then you got your some of the smaller outlying buildings that would be most accessible. Um, how are you going to rally your carolers?
I'm going to start by singing songs that they would know because in his liturgy, prayers are sung, so he can do that sort of thing.
Nice.
If you look on the how do you communicate with your God, that's what I put down. It's singing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it probably match a song, so not something like Joy to the World, which is just overtly joyful,
Mhm.
but neither O Come Emmanuel, which is so somber,
Yeah.
but something powerful like O Holy Night,
Okay.
because that one I think is amazing for this sort of mood, especially if you could get people into it.
Standing. And Kresh, while you're sitting in the tavern, are you trying to drink to forget or drink to go numb?
I'm drinking to try to get to the point where I don't think about this imminent end of the world around us.
All right. Fair enough. You are surrounded by folk in here. uh, probably of the same mind. There are those who are obviously trying to fake it to make it, pretend like nothing is happening. And some of them may actually feel that way. They may be so despondent that they're just already broken and they refuse to sink. Um, are you drinking by yourself, or are you drinking with others, or are you moving about the tavern from group to group, or what are you doing in here?
Mm, I would probably sit at the counter, like got the beer and like well from time to time where like a loud noise happens or anything, I would just look back, see what's going on. But other than that, just you know, drinking and drinking and drinking, trying to get to the point that I really do relax at least a little, because Crash would be so used to like this kind of um harsh environment, let's say,
Yeah, sure.
that he really doesn't want this to go back to the ways it were. And
Okay.
you know, skies turning indigo and storms, that is not a good sign.
Okay. All right, outstanding. Abdiel, let's have a presence check, please. See if you
Okay.
can summon folks and get them in the mood. Fresh. Give me an instinct roll, please.
All right.
Oh,
Oh, I got
nice.
doubles, and that's an automatic success with hope, isn't it?
Again, as the auto success,
Great.
you gain hope, you clear stress if you had any. Well, you could clear
I
one stress.
do.
Yes, nice. That is a critical. That is outstanding. And uh oh my God, Fresh also swinging in here. That is phenomenal. All right, that is also going to be a success, Fresh. Okay,
Cool.
so let's do Fresh's success first because I'll give you time to think about your critical success on this. I think that's going to be a lot more impactful for the scene. Kresh, as you're sitting at the counter and you're drinking, and there are sounds, there are the loud banging of pots. There's a cacophony in this place at this point. Um, however, it's what you don't hear from your right that catches your attention first. There is a group of three men that are sitting by themselves. You can see them as the crowd breaks in parts, and you know that you're very certain that you've never seen them before. Um, but the more important piece is that they appear to be watching the rest of the crowd.
Okay, that's interesting. Do I get the spotlight now? Do I like make
Yeah,
move
yeah,
now?
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Go
cool,
ahead.
cool, cool.
Yeah, sir.
So Crash, seeing those people, would raise a brow, finish his beer, and under his breath he would say something like, we have enough problems here already. If these guys are up to no good, then I better like take care of it now than later. And he would just walk towards them, like straight on. And when
Okay.
he would get there, he would just stop by the table and await some reactions.
All right, outstanding. All right, you are you part in that crowd, or is the crowd? Yeah, are you the side where a crowd will part for you naturally, or are you making the overt gestures of pushing people out of your way?
I think kind of the second one. Like
Okay,
I've got my mind set there, I'm going there.
okay, all right, outstanding. And as you're weaving your way through the crowd, and that intention of you are going to part these people, you're going to approach. You make it to the table, and the three of them are busy. They're leaning in on one another, sort of, to the one in the center, talking, and they all three look up at you just about at the same time. There's a slight sneer. They glance to one another. What do you want? Go drink.
Could have asked you the same thing. We don't get many travelers around these parts. Listen, who are you?
I am Wally. These are my brothers. Go drink. You don't get many people, and this is how you treat them on the holiest of your days.
Have you seen the sky? It's really isn't so holy lately.
I
So,
guess
what
that
brings you here,
depends.
guys?
We're simple traders.
And what do you trade?
There's all sorts of things. Weapons, food, supplies.
You don't trade anything that will make the skies go back to normal, don't you?
We're
That's
not
what the beer is for.
sorcerers. We're not sorcerers, witches. Go be afraid somewhere else, boy.
Hmm. How do I proceed with that? There are like those two ways I can go with that. Hmm. Okay, listen. Apologies. We're just kinda on the edge lately. Some strange things are happening. We don't really know what's going on, and I really grew accustomed to these people. I really care about these parts. I just didn't want any more trouble coming in. If you're just travel, if you're just traders, then my apologies. Let me buy you a beer.
We can't let that happen. And here, he pulls out a handful of coins and slides it to the middle of the table. Please, have a seat. Drink with us. We didn't mean to cause any offense or frighten you.
Okay, then I would sit down, drink
Awesome.
booze.
Awesome. Abdiel,
Yes.
let's have this.
So it is a song. It's winter solstice, so things. It's the longest night, but the sun is coming back. There is hope, and the god he worships is about the order of the heavens. This is part of that, and so this is part of the core of his religion, and so he is leading it. He's living it, uh, and I believe he may well have his wings out because that's inspire. No, it's
Yeah.
intimidate or command. Never mind.
Okay.
So no wings. But this is to have the people, especially those who sing, but also those who listen, there is something that can be done. This is not the end. Things can get better. We can work to make things better. And that's the message really of this that I'm going for. Because despair, once you give up, then you stop fighting and you give in, and but if you're fighting to hang on, you can resist this poisons, these terrors a lot longer. So that is the goal with this, and to try to get as many people to believe that as possible.
Outstanding. And as you begin the song solo, are you standing still or are you walking the village square?
Going to be walking.
Okay. Okay. Your song begins, and at first you understand the fear is heavy. The despair is setting in, but you lift your voice higher, and you can feel the divine warmth just emanate out from you. You feel the Maker's presence in every word, every chord. You understand that your voice is no longer simply your voice, but your voice is being uplifted by the Maker's powers. And the heads begin to turn slowly. At first, there are sneers, there are some smart-ass comments, but a small crowd begins to close in on you. There's no malice in their faces. You have a pretty good feel for people in general. You do understand that they just don't seem to understand. The comprehension is a little rough. It's like, of all the things, of all the times, of everything happening, here is one single voice lifting up in praise of the heavens and of the light. And there is a small elven child, and she approaches you, and she simply brings her hands out from behind her back, and she holds out a single daisy that is still very much alive and thriving, even in the midst of winter's grip. And she extends it out and she says, "Sing,
She said, "Sing,"
sing."
and he will accept it, and he will continue to sing. And it's probably a song that at least some of the people here would know.
hmm
And if they join in, so much the better, because that's how we beat this.
And the young child's voice joins with yours, and then the crowd, a hush falls over them, and one by one, you begin to hear the voices start to join yours. It is a well-known song in this village, and the crowd is becoming larger and larger. And you're seeing people open doors to their shops and to their homes, uh, and they are willingly stepping out into the open air at what is now nightfall, in the midst of the cold, with whatever they can spare to lift their voices up. Fresh.
They might be hearing this in the tavern.
They were very much hearing this in the tavern. Fresh with your newfound compatriots. The first round has gone through, and there's been basically small talk. Just what you'd expect. Nothing nosy, nothing untoward. But the crowd in the tavern is beginning to take a turn of excitement. It's not so much where there's individual conversations going on. Now you're understanding the conversations, they're starting to become unified, and over the din of everyone else, you do hear voices being uplifted outside the tavern, as one of the older, more traditional winter songs is being sung by a crowd outside. It's on you, Crash.
Okay. Do those people I sat down with react anyhow to this thing?
Oh, let's see. This would be pretty straightforward, given your profession. One of them is looking around a little. There's a bit of confusion in the eyes. The eyes are darting kind of from point to point inside the tavern. The middle one has pulled a cloak back over the face and is tilting the chair back and leaning back and sort of putting chin to chest. And it almost seems like there's like maybe a humming coming from that person. And the one that you spoke with extensively to get to the point you're at now, he leans forward. Is this a common thing?
Yeah, you could say that. We got this one guy. He's the whole thing. It's it he is just a jolly fella, you know. Even when all of this stuff happens, he's probably the one that's instigated this and trying to uplift people's spirits up. I appreciate that. I commend him for that. And honestly, I have no idea how he is able to do that.
Is he some kind of witch?
No, probably on the other end. He talks a lot about gods and divine powers, you know, the usual occultist stuff, but the one that people tend to explain that it is the good kind of occultist stuff, because that would be kind of the look on it by Crash.
A good kind of occult. As he's leaning into your conversation, he looks past the person in the middle of your little gathering and looks over to the one whose eyes were darting across the crowds. And in a lower tone, and with that, the third one looks over and rises up, and as that one is coming up, it's a pair of gloves, tightening a pair of gloves on its hands as the third stands, looks to you and nods and pulls a hood over and begins to move away from the table.
Sorry, I didn't get that. What did you tell him?
I tell him to go see. See, hope is in small demand these days. And if you can find hope, there might be uses for that. Surely you understand.
Mm-hmm. Does he seem sincere?
Ooh, let's have that instinct.
Okay, let's check.
You've got alcohol in your body now.
But in wine there is truth.
But it's
Oh,
a
look at
critical
that.
success, though.
Well done. Well done. Clear one stress if you have any. Gain one hope. And he is lying to you. In fact, it's taken a second for your senses to sort of kick in as you start to realize, like, oh man, that when you've been drinking heavy, is that the things take time to catch up physically in front of your eyes as your eyes are darting about, and you realize that their features aren't. There's not. You're starting to realize it's not three humans you're talking to. There are some subtle oddities about their features, and the last straw was the weird language that was used. But really, it was when the third stood up. The glove wasn't on the hand; it was being pulled on the hand, and the hand itself was had slightly elongated fingers and hooked nails as that leather glove was slipped on. And this is a critical. So, and that is when you also realized that there was a touch of fur to the back of those hands. And we're going to go back to Abdiel.
All right.
Abdiel, you have quite a crowd gathered. There are numerous voices. They have joined you in the circling of the town square. You can feel it in your heart. What are you going to do with this?
Is there a church? Is there a place where people are suffering from plague mentally or physically?
Yeah, sure. There's like a mendicant house attached to a whatever temple that is used.
Then it is time to visit the mendicant house and see about cheering them up, and possibly using lay on hands.
Oh, nice. All right. All right. Outstanding. The crowd is following you.
Mhm.
And you even have mixed devotionals here. Is the maker the only god, or is the maker a high god?
Uh, let's see here. The maker claims dominion over having made things, may not be the supreme one, but say one of the maybe in a Christian sense, one of the highest archangels.
Okay. Okay.
Or
Easy
since
enough.
archangels are actually fairly low on the totem pole, one of the highest seraphim.
Okay.
So,
All right. Easy
uh,
enough.
so uh, go there and see about trying to do what he can to alleviate terror or sickness, weakness among the sick.
Okay. Uh, Easy enough. You begin to go in, and again, you have a mixed devotional, and because you follow the maker, you do have some of the some of the flock for that. There are some of the folks that follow the ways of the druids. Um, there's folks that probably follow what you would consider likely darker paths, but you are bringing that much needed, much hope, honestly, to them, and trying to lift that despair as you can. The procession is going on. They continue to follow you to the mendicant house, and there are some lay folk who are tending to those who have been inflicted the worst. There are some physical ailments, as well as those ailments that remain unseen and hidden within the depths of the mind and possibly the soul. Um, what shocks you? Well, I shouldn't do that. There's a concerning scene is that the numbers are far more than you remember.
Mm.
Uh, this place is almost full, and they are starting to have to stack and make room, and there are pallets lying on the ground now
Mm.
for the number that is. It has grown well beyond what you expected.
Okay.
Oh
Who
no. Go ahead.
who looks the worst off?
There is a young woman. She is a dwarven shield maiden, but she has been here for at least the beginning of the week, um, if not possibly longer. And while she has some scarring on the face and on her arms, um, hers is such where she simply lies there and she is staring in the distance. And it's the stare that is unblinking.
Okay. Well, can I use some hope that I have generated over this session
Yes.
in this flashback? Okay. In that case, I'm going to use the Mending Touch spell, which spends 2 hope to clear a hit point or stress.
Okay.
And I don't think that she's in a position where I can learn something about her or reveal something about myself unless I can do that later on, which would clear 2 points on
Okay.
them. But
Do you could you could relate? I mean, you're a martial
mhm,
combatant as well, so you could relate, you know, a time when you felt, I don't know, maybe terrified or whatever you perceive that she's feeling to bring her to this state.
okay.
That is a possibility.
It probably when he first made his oath, where he is the last desperate defender holding a doorway while others are getting out, and he should have died. But the maker kept him fighting, kept him up, kept him strong, and that's what caused him to make oath as a seraph.
Okay. Let's try this. Let's do a presence roll. I want to try something.
Okay. So just presence.
Just presence.
And could I spend a would either or both prayer dice make a difference?
They can, right? They add to your roll, correct?
Right. But
Yeah.
I have a grand total of 2 points I can
Of 2
spend.
points, yes. If you'd like to use your prayer dice, yes.
I for some reason this is pinging me as important, so yes, I will go ahead and spend them.
Okay.
But at this point, she can clear either 2 hit points, 2 stress, or 1 of each, maybe, from whatever is happening to her.
Okay.
If things succeed or whatever's going on.
I see. Yeah.
Oh,
You're
that's because I rolled on
demiplane.
demiplane. So let me try that here.
What did you get? It's okay.
I got a total of 12 with hope.
12 with hope.
So 10 hope, 1 fear plus
Okay.
1.
Okay, easy enough. So gain your hope. You were relating this story, and there's a Dracona that is sort of in the capacity of a healer, and he approaches you from behind, and he has not moved nor made any sounds. I'm afraid your efforts are lost here, brother. And as he says that, there's a tear that begins to form in her eye on the left side. The right side begins to join, and tears begin to flow freely, and her pupils begin to constrict. They dilate ever so slightly, and it's almost like they're trying to find purchase. The eyes shift over to your face, and the tears begin to flow a little more freely. But we're going to go back to Crash before we conclude this on your end. Crash, you saw what you saw, even in your slightly inebriated state.
Mm-hmm. So seeing that, I would say, yep, understandable. Hope is valuable indeed. It's been kind of a long evening. Let me just take a piss and I'll be right back with you. And I will pretend to go to the bathroom, but I would like to use my feature from the assassin class, get in and get out, to spend the hope to ask for an inconspicuous way out of a building or a structure.
Okay, easy enough. You're standing up. There's a slight hesitation from the one you're speaking to. However, you do that subtle, gotta piss, and immediately your eyes go to, where the bathrooms are, where the one of 2 exits are. Neither one is easily navigable at this moment. However, just by luck, there is a party near the bar itself, which is close to you, of what the hell are the mushroom people? The fungables?
Fungal?
Fungrel? Yeah, thanks, Jesus. Of Fungrel, and they are, they take up some space, and they have begun sporing, just actual spores in part of their communication factors and enhancing the drinks of themselves and the folks around them who are starting to revel with them. And that gives you the perfect opportunity to make that squeeze into their group and out of that area and get to the exit unbidden.
Okay.
Is that just burn hope, and do you need to roll anything for that, or is
Uh,
that just a
I spend the hope to get to
okay?
know that, and the
Okay.
next roll I make that capitalizes on this information has advantage.
Okay. Outstanding. Uh,
So I would be guessing that's like a finesse roll to
yeah,
hide.
yeah. Let's do that. Yep.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I would like take one or two steps in the direction of the bathrooms and take a quick look through the shoulder, see if they are looking, and then just like 90-degree to the side and right into the party.
Oh,
16, but with fear.
okay. Nice. All right. So, yeah, you managed to slip in as you're going through. Uh, there is, of course, the obligatory walk out of the way. And you push through as one of the fun girls push another one of the fun girls, which in turn gets one of the orcs that was at the bar, gets shoulder bump, knocks drinks off from the bar onto behind the bar. The orc spins around in full orc glory, and now there is a tense situation that is erupting as you take one look back, and the table that you were sitting at is now empty of the other two as you squeeze out the door and into the cold of the night. Where are you going?
Um, so my initial thought was to check up on Abdil because I just realized I kind of sold him out to some people I don't know. So I would like listening to the songs if they are still there, and if not, then I would try to figure out where he might have gone, or just
Okay.
look for him or look for the traders, one or the other.
Yeah, it's finding him is probably the easiest thing you've ever done in your entire career as a member of the guild. There is a mass gathering outside of the temple mendicant house, and there is still a choir occurring. That isn't really the only good descriptor of this at this point. It's no longer just caroling. It is in fact a choir, and where there's a choir, there's probably a seraph.
There's probably Abdil, yeah. And seeing that, Chris just goes, yeah, that's gotta be him. And I'm gonna start walking towards that, but still taking a look around if I see those figures that vanished.
Easy enough. The town is pleasantly empty. For the most part, like I said, most people have seemed to have either joined in or completely shuttered themselves in beyond what little hope even as an angelic voice could bring. But you don't. There's no initial sign of those three at all. Uh, as you're making your way to the mendicant house, are you squeezing through the choir?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Are
I'm
you
gonna sneak
joining in
through.
their song? Do you know the song?
Um, let's say I don't. I would just go through and just yeah, la la la. Yep, that's it, and just keep going forward.
Outstanding. You're going. You finally do get through the mendicant house, the lay clergy, as well as the healers that are there, the lay healers that are there. You can see it's that it's not quite shock yet, but it's sort of the, oh my God, there's a lot of people here. Now there's all this activity and there's a lot of eyes on us and there's a lot now going on and they're moving back and forward from person to person and little bunk to little bunk. And you can see, like I said, there are folks from your village that are now having to lie on the floor. But you do see Abdiel, the seraph. He's more towards the the middle-ish front of the house, and he is near a dwarven shield maiden. They're pretty easy to tell. Again, you're not a warrior, but you're of a profession that you can size up folks pretty quickly, and it's not like she milks goats or anything like that. So, you want to move towards him? What are we doing?
Yeah. So
Here,
I'm gonna move up to him and want to say something, but take a quick look at the shield maiden. Got a new friend,
Okay.
huh? Okay. Anyway, listen. Stupid thing. There were these 3 guys in the tavern. One of them was actually pretty cool to talk with, but they were kind of sketchy. And I kind of sold you out with like all your divine powers. And then I wanted to check up on you and they disappeared. So,
Well, I'm open about what I am, so it's not like I'm hiding anything.
Yeah.
And if you're saying they're
Obviously.
sketchy, then they must be sketchy indeed. I guess I'll have to look to make sure that when they find me, it's not unexpected. So thank you.
Sure. One of them had like fur on his hand and some elongated fingers. I don't know if that
Elongated
might
fingers or fingernails?
fingers and hooked fingernails. That's what it was.
Okay.
Am I mixing it up? Can I like try to
Okay.
remind myself?
I'm just trying to
It
make
works
sure.
anyway.
Okay. Huh. Fur.
Yeah, and I never seen those guys around.
All right. Well,
Well, you know, with the stuff that's been going on, then that might be like one step towards something. I don't know.
one step towards something. When did the sky change, and when did they get in town?
Do we
Are you
know?
asking him or me?
Well, I'm asking you when the sky changed, and asking him when they got in town.
The indigo northern lights, as it were, started. They started appearing about a month ago, intermittently, and for the last week, it's been
Ooh.
almost constant.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so, did you know when they got in town, Crash?
First time I've been seeing them is today. I think they mentioned something about coming here for this holiday, but I wouldn't take their word for it. They are definitely new here.
All right. Did you get their names? They're going to be false names, of course, but what did they at least tell you that they were?
They did introduce themselves, yep, but as you can see, I don't think I'm capable of providing that information to you right now.
All right. This is why I don't drink to excess.
Me neither, man.
Okay. Well, thank you. So
I have a question for you, real quick, Abdiel. When you're using your prayer and your curative powers here, are there physical manifestations of this? Like, are you currently in the midst of manifesting this physically somehow?
well, I mean, the wings certainly are. This is lay on hands ability. So yes, there is probably a glow around at least his hands where he's laid them on the shield maiden,
Okay.
of a color. And as as she is starting to respond now, and hopefully then to the healers, he can withdraw that, and the glow will fade.
What color is the glow?
It is it's I really like the moonlit clouds, that pale, pure, soft light.
Okay. All right, outstanding. And again, I'll ask Kresh, have you ever seen him heal before?
I'd say I have. If we have a connection like that, then definitely I've seen some of these powers.
Okay.
So, yep.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay. As you feel, Abdiel, as you feel the last emanations coming out of you, and that divine source that's going to heal her to the degree that you can. And again, her eyes shifted. Fresh, when you approach, her eyes shift to you, but they're looking through you. And Abdiel, as soon as you start to lift your hands away from her, she sits bolt upright and points and begins screaming, "She has come!" Outside the gates of the town, you hear boom, 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 and thunder peals across the sky.
Well, then.
And the crowd panics.
So, well, we're here at the church. Is the church large enough to hold them all?
You could make it uncomfortably safe, yes.
Yell at everyone to get in the church. If you're armed, defend the church. Kresh, shall we introduce ourselves to whatever is coming this way?
You know how long I've been waiting for this. And whoosh, taking out the spear.
Yeah, outstanding. Let's do this. Sorry, Abdiel. Let's have presence so you can. Are you trying to command these folks, or are you trying to convince these folks?
Ooh. There is a time for convincing. This is a time for command. And so wings are going to manifest for this.
Okay.
And that is a...
Does that give you advantage?
So
I think so, right?
If there is... Yes, it is.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
So...
And Kresh.
So presence...
Okay, Kresh, are you moving out of the church and towards the sound, or what are you doing?
Yeah, just gonna...
Woof!
Nice.
So going to succeed with fear, Mr. Nice Paladin has gone away and Mr. Scary Paladin has come out, and this is the first time they've seen that. And so I bet they're going to go in, but they're going to be more frightened than they have ever been of him before.
That is amazing.
Do not taunt happy fun paladin. Okay. Kresh would yeah, I would just say to make sure that everyone is safe, I'd go quickly check it out and be right back with you. So the same thing as we've taken a piss, but this time actually, going there. Yeah.
All right, outstanding. I need you to do an instinct roll, please, on your way out.
Okay, it's dark.
Okay,
is it dark?
It is dark, yes.
Okay, because of my Underborn community feature,
Okay.
When I'm in an area with low light or heavy shadow, I have advantage on rolls to hide, investigate, or perceive details within that area.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect. Look at you
Okay.
guys.
So I'm gonna go instinct with advantage. And that's 17 with hope.
Okay, outstanding. So you got your hope. Okay, perfect. So a couple of things happening simultaneously. Abdiel, do you manifest inside the church and tell them and order them in, or do you go out amongst the crowd and order them?
People are already inside. I need to go out to the crowd.
Okay.
And so the cognitive dissonance between the uplifted hope and now the command from heaven, there is a reason that angels have to preface things with fear not.
Yes, there
And he
is.
didn't do that.
What do you tell the crowd?
Uh there's something going on in the church. Pray. We'll come back and tell you what it is.
There is a hesitation as you're saying this, and you have this feeling in earnest. There is a slight hesitation of there's that pause where everyone's a little confused. Your wings are out, you've got the, I am the Metatron thing essentially going on, right?
Mhm.
But they haven't started moving yet. What do you say to them to make them obey?
Go church now.
Does it have like this echoey resonance?
Oh yeah, it's there was the uplifted voice for the singing and lifting of hope, and now it is just doubled in command. There is a touch of absolute reality in that voice,
Okay.
uh, and it can be terrifying.
Outstanding. So I'm going to just, so we're keeping track of how things are working. I'm going to burn one of my fear. And as
Okay.
you give that last command, and Kresh, you have begun shooting through the village in the midst of night. As that booming echo of the last words you give them, Abdiel, there is a, a horrifically angry violet lightning scatters across the sky as if on cue, stemming from your words. And that is when they not only begin to move, but they begin to slightly panic and move into the church. And you do have a few sheep are not going to make it inside. They are going to scatter elsewhere, but the majority of them are heading inside. And I'm going to burn another fear, and that leaves me with two, and I am going to, there is a lingering look of actual fear in many of the eyes as they watch you move away from them. Fresh. On your way, and that lightning breaks the sky apart, and as it lights up the area around you, and you also were very successful. Uh, the lightning rips, and as it starts lighting up the street around you, uh, up near the gate, which you can see three shadows standing up against the gate, almost casually, just leaning against it.
Okay. Okay. So I see where this is going. Is Abdiel still occupied with scaring people into the church?
That has, yeah, this is kind of occurring in that simultaneous nature. You hear his
Okay.
voice boom, the lightning splits, and as that lightning splits, it gives you enough visible light in the dark to see
Okay.
these people.
Gotcha. So that was by the gate, right? Is there anyone at the gate that that is from the village?
Not that
Did I
you
see
can tell,
anyone?
no, it just seems to be those three standing there.
Okay, so seeing that and figuring out what's going on, I'm gonna go back to Abdiel and share this information. Trying to like get past all the people that are trying
Oh,
here.
the people have scattered. It's very easy to get to him. He has the glowing wings spread out and everything. He
Oh,
is
right.
very obvious at the moment.
Okay.
And everyone has scattered from him in fear, most into the church and some just throughout the rest of the village. So
Right.
no, it's
So I'm not
very.
gonna.
And the
Yeah.
three
Sorry.
guys at the gate have probably seen this as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not gonna go all the way back, but like a few steps. Just a quick jog and up. Yeah. The three guys. Remember? They're at
Yeah,
the gate.
right. So at this point, go ahead and walk on over to the gate. Not do they obviously have weapons drawn or no?
Yes, you can see blades in hand. There's a couple of what looks like scimitars or cutlasses, some kind of curved blade.
Okay. In that case, get shield and axe out. Shield on the right arm, axe on the left.
Crash.
I'm
Are you
still
approaching
running
with him?
with my spear. Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. How do you two want to approach this? Because you're not quite at close. You're not quite
Mhm.
close to them yet. Um, so do you want to continue moving into that, you know, closing that gap, or
I would say so. You got something in mind?
Well, we're just suspicious, right?
Yeah.
Because so I can't really justify just sending a holy bolt out of nowhere to smack someone upside the head.
True. I mean,
So
you could, but
I didn't say I couldn't do it. I said I couldn't justify it.
okay, yeah, true.
could and
Uh,
should?
uh,
So yeah, we're going to just we're going to walk up.
mhm. Yeah,
Those-
Crash would probably be kind of cocky and yell something like, "Oh, you left me in the bar. I just went out to take a piss, and you were gone."
Oh, I'm afraid it's you who will be taking the piss.
And what are you doing here?
Uh, I'm afraid we've come for one of your elders. And your fancy wings don't mean shit. Kill them. And with that, the two off to his side step forward with those curved blades at the
Okay.
ready.
So are they still within far distance?
They are close. You guys continued your movement forward,
Okay.
unless I
So
misunderstood you.
yeah, no,
Okay.
that's fine. All
Thank you for
closest
that.
within far. And
Yep.
so yes, they are.
Yep.
So Crush, you are an assassin. You probably are sneaky bastard, so you probably are doing things first, right?
Uh, I sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Sure, I can. I can
Or do you
do
want
it.
the tank to step up first and you try to do something else?
No. I think it would make sense that your character would kind of like try to hold back at least a while. Even when they say like kill
Mhm.
them, then you're this good guy, right? Good cop and bad cop. So yeah, hearing kill them, Crash would just smile and run straight between those guys right into combat. Um, is it possible to get in very close range
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
of
you
all
can
of them?
you can get there pretty fast from close. Yeah.
Okay, so I would run up to very close of them, and I've got an idea how to flavor that. And I would swing my tail in an arc, sending those large pointy scales as I use the Rain of Blades spell to make a spellcast roll against
Uh,
the enemies.
I like it. I like it. That burns 1 hope, right? To use the experience.
Yes, and that burns 1 hope to make that spellcast roll. So I'm gonna
Nice.
subtract 2 hope. And
Well done.
bada bing, bada boom. And that's 15 with hope.
Oh, outstanding. The difficulty for this will be 13 for everything. Just so you guys are tracking it, it's a little bit easier for this first time through. That more than meets the difficulty mark. So let's have that damage.
Okay. Is that an attack? No, that's a spellcast roll. So this doesn't work here. Succeed on an attack. Is spellcast roll an attack?
That's hold on.
That's a tough one.
It isn't. So let me see what this is saying. People are in my head. They're like, "Oh my god!"
Well, no, this is fine. We do things to figure things out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I clicked on the spellcast roll, and in one place it says if a spellcast roll can damage a target, it's also considered an attack roll.
Okay, so this is both then. Yeah. So your spellcast roll is a successive attack roll because you're using the Rain of Blades. You said, right?
Yep. Okay. That's wow. Okay. That's double the damage then because of my ambush. So I probably roll and then just double it, right? Probably goes this way. Then that's 10 for all 3 of them.
10 for all 3 of them. Okay, so that meets their threshold for major damage. So it's two hit points by each, right? As you do that twisting, though, you use your spikes from your body. Are those is that your manifestation of that spell? Is that you're actually loosing some of the scales from your tail?
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right, awesome. Abdiel, real quick for you. Have you ever seen him do this before?
No. I've seen him fight before, certainly, but I haven't actually. No, this is a very public thing. So yes, I've seen this sort of thing before. I haven't seen the more private, personal, up close killing things.
Okay.
So yes, I have seen this.
Okay, outstanding. And that's going to put Kresh into that spin as he turns around and completes the circular motion in order to get that spell off. Abdiel, you can take this.
Well,
if you wish.
I have a sigil of my god, and I am using that as a focus to cast Bolt Beacon.
All right.
And aiming at the leader.
Okay.
So here's the roll. And that is 11.
Yeah.
This is so bad.
With fear, don't forget, with fear.
With fear.
Yeah.
It's even worse.
Right. What is this? Go ahead.
So yeah, and the only thing that could save it is using the and since I've already rolled the dice, I can't really do anything else. I should have perhaps tried to.
Is it a thing in Daggerheart? I thought you could add.
Well, I mean, I had the prayer dice, but I think I already used them on
the Dwarven
Shield Maiden.
You did,
and
which got you to the point
of a success. And that's the difference between success and failure right here.
Yeah. What about your experience? Did either one of those come into play on this?
I have affable, which certainly doesn't, and then amongst the faithless, faithful only he. And so he is a beacon of good, of hope, and even really Kresh isn't here, even though he's fighting.
Yeah, no, Kresh is not a beacon of hope or glory or light.
And
It's not a beacon whatsoever.
So yes, that could apply.
Okay.
And does that make it succeed with fear?
That will make it succeed with fear. And if you would like to tell us what this looks like.
Okay. So just a second. I have to spend hope. And it's also a D8 plus 2 damage.
Oh, all right.
And the guy is then vulnerable.
Okay.
And glowing brightly until this condition is cleared.
Okay. Damn.
That's 9 on him.
Okay. Okay. All right. Your aura that beacon, it overwhelms him, and you can see as you envelop him in the glory of the Maker and this bolt. You can see the pupils constrict almost immediately on him, and they go into the vertical slits of more of a feline.
The Qatari.
Yes, more like a Qatari. Those pupils, they go in that slit mode. The hand comes up, that glow envelops him. Is the glow still the same color as like your healing glow?
This is going to be harsher. This is you know the brilliance of clouds at sunset, where it can be that blazing salmon pink or red, gold, orange.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here. That red gold that you see in the clouds at sunset.
Nice. That is surrounded. Both of his others, they've stepped forward. The one in the middle looks back, and you can tell, Abdiel, you are a warrior by your nature and by your training, and you know when someone's heart has gone out of the fight, even if briefly. The blade tip drops ever so slightly, come off the balls of the feet. Whatever is happening, you have at least shook the living hell out of one of these people.
Now, this is still with fear, so you do get that.
I do, very much so, and I am going to pull that fear. I am going to have a little riposte with this. So as you envelop him, the one that loses hope and drops down, he turns back to you and looks between the two of you, and the blade comes up in sort of that defensive position, takes a step back, goes on a low guard, and she will have you. The Talwar twists and rams it through his own stomach, and down to his knees he goes. As the blood begins to pool out, the blood stops flowing. It's just hanging in globulates from the wound, and you see the blood begin to just dissolve ever so slightly, and the physical pain on the one, you see that pain begin to subside ever so slightly on the leader.
Damn.
Crash.
So the leader is now vulnerable and glowing until the condition is cleared. I have no idea what vulnerable means, but
we get
advantage
on any actions against him.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Does it also deal extra damage? I feel it's just advantage, right?
It does not, but there are a lot of features that when the target is vulnerable, they deal extra damage.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, Fresh.
Okay, so I'm gonna wait. So let me get this straight. So this guy
Mhm.
that fell down to his knees and his blood like started dripping, and then it
Mhm. And then it
stopped.
stops, and then it just those drops, those the like those they're hanging there, and then they just sort of vanish.
And the guy in back, the leader, looks better.
Yeah, he looks like he healed. It's based
So
on
so
as
it
a
Ah,
seraph. Yeah.
so it looks
God.
like the one guy damaged himself in order to heal the other. Okay.
Okay. I got kind of two of those guys mixed up. Okay, so
Oh,
I'm
it's all good.
gonna. Um, I would run up to the other guy, not the leader, and to see if he would do the same when he will fall on his knees, which is going to happen. Crash is sure. So just rushing at the guy with the spear.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so that's an attack roll.
Are you using any kind of flourish with this? Are you going crazy with this? Because the spotlight, really, you can do multiple things if there's a part of your action. So
Oh,
I'm only
right.
asking for the high
Right.
drama effect of shit like running up
Yeah.
and using his bent over buddy as a fucking springboard.
Y- Yeah. You know what? Let me see the roll first before I go off the rails. And okay,
It's a double.
it's a crit.
Outstanding.
So yeah,
Nice.
I'm gonna do exactly that. I'm gonna just take a quick jump and with just basically like pushing the guy right into the ground that was
Just
just
further on that
kneeling.
sword.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
just bounce off him and with like this, with the spear just trying to bolt it right into the guy's chest.
Yeah, it's a critical success. So
So that's gonna be the damage for that is 10 plus 8 because that was the crit and that's the maximum of my die. So that's 18.
I do love the
And
critical rolls, man, when they do for the damage. It's amazing.
yeah.
So much.
And that was moving into melee range and making a successful weapon attack. So I'm gonna mark one stress to force him to make a reaction roll with a difficulty of 10 plus my level. So 11.
11. Okay. Do.
God damn it. It's fine.
So it's fine.
It's
You're coming in, and he is standing tall. And in fact, his hand grips the front of that spear on the. He grabs the blade, but your momentum just carries it, and you can hear the leather of the gauntlets give way. You see the fingers peel back as the blade is cleanly slicing through the leather, through the flesh, parting bone as the spear buries itself not only into his chest cavity, out the back, and the tip of your spear penetrates into the wood of the gate, ever so slightly, and he's still got that grip. And he looks up, and the eyes have gone. The pupils are completely wide now, and he looks to you. He's oh, she's here, and you hear boom, boom, boom on the gate, and the bar that bars the gate in the evenings begins to splinter. And I will use fear for that.
Oh, damn.
Oh, and he collapses at your feet. Wow,
So
you
now
got
there's
impenned.
so
Yeah.
now there's the glowing leader and the other guy.
I think
That
the glowing leader is the one you took out, right? Crash?
Oh no, I attacked
No,
the
okay.
non-glowing one.
The non-glowing leader, yes. Yeah, you ruined that guy's day. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so yeah, he is essentially pinned to the gate, and the glowing leader is 6 ways of fucked.
All right. So I'm going to go after the other one that's closer, who's already taken quite a bit of damage himself.
Okay.
And this is. It's going to be on equipment. There it is. All right. And.
Oh,
Well, it's more fear, but it's a success. I am just feeding you fear.
yes, I love it.
Good is not nice.
It's a sign.
Paladins played properly should be scary.
Divine wrath should be terrifying and concerning.
Yes, it should.
Yeah.
And so, this is right. He has a sword wrapped in his belly already, right?
Yeah.
So at this point, is going to go hard at the chest above the blade, try to break through the sternum, the ribs, and it is a 1d8 plus 1 magical roll.
Nice.
This is a magical damage, not physical. Yeah.
Oh. All right. At least you do a little bit, not as much as you wanted. Yeah, between a last minute parry, bringing everything up to the ready and kind of tensing up and almost sidestepping completely, you do make contact. It's just not with the edge of that blade. It's more with the flat of the blade.
Yeah.
I'm going to burn fear, and he's going to retaliate right now.
Okay.
What's up?
One quick thing.
Yeah.
Does this retaliation spend a fear? Does it explicitly say that?
Yeah, it has to spend a fear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to burn fear in correlation with how fast you guys are using hope and your abilities to not stockpile it. Thank God for Savage Worlds and teaching me how to burn bennies like they're water. Holy God.
5 does not beat my evasion.
It does not. It comes nowhere near. It is the
Nowhere.
weakest, worst attempts. And I am going to burn this last point of fear. And again, boom, boom. And that last third strike on the gate, the timber splinters outward and just showers all of you. No harm, no foul, but it's enough to cause everyone involved to sort of avert gaze briefly, and the gates slowly start to part. And kind of far away, you see what looks like a long-tressed elf maiden just standing there. And I tell you what, this might be a good stopping point.
This sounds like a great stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn, she packs a punch.
Okay. All right.
That's cool. That's so cool. All of it. So cool.
All right.
This is interesting. You have the completely cynical assassin and the completely what you see is what you get paladin.
Yeah. This is like
Good cop and bad cop.
It really is.
Which is which, though? It probably switches on occasion.
Oh, right. Yeah. No. That was good. Yeah. Before I let you guys go, any feedback, concerns, problems? The system works. I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that for sure.
Man.
Uh,
Oh.
so, uh, I think there was a good amount of sharing spotlight. Rye, what do you think?
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, for sure. I played a few games and some people were kind of hogging the spotlight that DMs kind had to like step in and okay, wait. This guy didn't
Eh,
move in like 40 minutes.
Oh, Jesus wept. Holy God. Okay.
But we didn't have any of that. Yeah, I think it was like very balanced. Maybe it's probably like very easy to do that with just two players, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
you do something, you do something, you do something, you do something. If it's like five people, then you can kind of get lost in it. But I
Yeah.
think with seasoned players and people that know what's going on and know how to play these kind of games, it shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, it feels a little weird because I wanted to get away from like a dungeon world mode of like just trying to quickly move around with people. Because, yeah, by the book, which is I think where people abuse it is, you're kind of supposed to let someone have that spotlight until it makes sense for someone else to join in. But it's like, we got to keep things moving though. So,
Yeah, like
yeah.
where's the cutoff, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. So.
Yeah. Mhm.
I like the abilities being useful.
Yeah.
I'm glad I chose things that I did, like the abilities and the experiences, what have you.
Yeah.
I thought they fit what I wanted to do, and they got showcased.
Mhm.
Of course, part of that is the dice. The dice giveth, the dice taketh away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. No, yeah, you guys are doing like just amazing in general as players and being able to pull everything together like that, and especially starting to think about, okay, well, how can I possibly use this, and then watching you guys have to make that choice between which ability makes most sense for your character mechanically, but then rationalize it. I think that's where the importance of the narration comes into, is watching you guys do that. That was fun.
Yeah, I could have gotten that bolt off against the first dude, but I couldn't justify it.
No, yeah, it's good.
There was no way. I had to roll with it.
Yeah, no, I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I won't hold you guys. If there's anything else, let me know. If we want to keep doing this, we can do that. Do you guys want to do? If you, I guess, do you guys want to? Would you prefer to do this bi-weekly, or
I
or
can't do next week,
okay?
so bi-weekly is fine. Weekly generally could be fine, but next week I can't do.
Okay.
Would we keep like the day of the week and the hour? If so, then I think I'm down.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I don't have any. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's probably easier to maintain where this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried running games in the evenings, and it's just I'm at my worst GMing in the evenings. I'm so done with my day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good thing
20.
I'm a night owl, so that's perfect for me.
Oh, no, nice. So the 10th at 1 o'clock.
Central Daylight Time.
Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, sorry, my time. I know I said it out loud, I realized. So I'm going to add it to the calendar, add a session, and then it should pop back up for everybody.
Okay, sure, cool. And
Yeah, awesome.
And
go
I
ahead.
think bi-weekly
we
work.
get other people in, that would be wonderful.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
exactly. Like I said, I think Maddie Ice will be here. And I've got a friend who really wants to try it, and so bi-weekly might work for him. I know he's got commitments on Sunday, so. But yeah, no, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for humoring me and taking a chance.
Thank
But I'm having a
you.
good time. I'm having a really good time with this. So yeah.
Right. Thank you for sharing the resources so I could get
Yeah.
the
Yeah, well,
the sheet made on Demiplane.
Yeah.
That was very kind of you.
Yeah, that was huge, dude. Thank you very much.
God. No.
So
Yeah, narrative control is one of the like kind of in more difficult areas. Usually for people, especially more traditional gamers, like you said. Have you played Dungeon World or any of the Powered by the Apocalypse games? Well, you said Monster of the Week, right?
I've experienced Monster Hearts. I
Monster
know
Hearts,
how it
sorry.
works.
Yeah.
And I've not gotten any. I've not been in a game at all.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I've done Exalted,
oh, nice.
which has you narrate stunts,
Yeah.
and the better narration you do, you can get 1, 2, or 3 extra dice to roll for your stunt to try to get successes
Yeah, sure.
on various things.
Yeah.
So that was something I was remembering there.
That's good. Yeah, like asking the questions of you guys is so ingrained in me from Powered by the Apocalypse, where then Dungeon World seems written, or Dungeon World, just Daggerheart seems written around the same thing of like keep the players engaged as to why things are happening and let them build the world around you. So yeah, sorry I didn't give you any religion, but I was like, I already knew. I'm like, well, you're playing the paladin. You're going to create your god and your religion for us.
And so that told me sort of what I needed to know. And so I was like, okay, what can I do? How can I do something that I would like to go? And so some Google Translate to get a good name.
No, it's good though. I really am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, and like, once we get you guys back on the track and we get to we get you into the end zone there of this initial adventure, it's going to be super exciting to see how, having an opening, having a flashback, and then you two getting to work together and see how it changes how you first answered your questions.
Yeah, it's start in media res, then you go have flashback. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I'm super curious because I could already feel Rise, and just like some of his answers, you can tell I was like, okay, he's already undoing his own, like the narrative built, which is fun. It's fun to watch that,
Yeah.
and how is he going to bring that back to it and bring it forward? That'd be good. That'd be awesome. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Thank you again.
All right.
I'll
Thanks for
see
the
you in 2
invite.
weeks.
Have a
Yeah,
good
man.
day.
You too.